day I'm hustling, 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 hustling,
It's your
hustling,
boy,
hustling,
Ski.
hustling, 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 hustling. Every
Oh, welcome back to the Matrix. You're not just in the Matrix, you are the Matrix. How's it feel, Neo? And today, we got ourselves a banger daily market news analysis. What is up? What is up? How's everyone feeling? Out of 10, let me know down in the comments below. Make sure you guys are spamming that like button, hitting the share. Let's get this party started. Sounds like the Clippers. Listen, I'm a man of my word. If we get 70K before we get $118,000, I will absolutely shave my beard. I'll probably do it live. I don't know. I don't know if we'll do it live or not. But a Lannister pays his debts. Now, I don't think that that's going to happen because, listen, even if the Bears are right, even if it's over, we're cooked, yada, yada, blah, 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 let me tell you what's going to happen is we're going to get a dead cat bounce to 90, 96, 97, 100,000, somewhere in there. At worst, absolute worst case scenario, that's what's going to happen. Now, I don't believe that to be true, and we're going to talk about it. Why? And I'll show you what the line in the sand is for me. You're not going to have to do that. We going up. I agree. It's getting close, though. I should not be this close with my bets. Says, I know how you feel. Can't believe you made such a mistake this time. But I'm with you. Roman, I admitted my mistake. I took accountability. And you have to reset a Rolex every now and again. But let's talk about it. Let's get into the charts. Where I think that we're at. Where I think that we're going. And I have some... Yeah, we got some stuff to talk about. So, how long do you think until we have a reversal? We need to break this downtrend. Okay, so I'm gonna put this out here. This is what I think is happening. Okay. I just want to hear one crypto influencer admit that they didn't expect the Trump effect. Bro, I already did. I just put out a video. Do you guys want to watch it? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're telling me? You want to watch the video with me? Is that what you're saying? I just said. Here's the video. Where's the video? Is this it? Nope. Right here. Where's my video? Anyways, it's on TikTok. It's on TikTok for sure. Maybe I forgot to upload it to YouTube. I could have swore I uploaded it. Did it get taken down or something like that? I don't know. But I made a video saying I was wrong. So there you go. Anyways. Called solar eclipse pullbacks. That's right. That's right. It is a blood moon. Blood moon in 3 days. I put this out in my private group. I'm not going to be trading for the next 3 days or the next 6 days. So lots of energy going to be between now. The blood moon is technically the 13th. By the way, the last blood moon was, drum roll, November 8th, 2022. Do we know what happened November 8th? Does anyone know off the top of their head? Pop quiz. Was you guys studying? Did you guys know that you're going to have a quiz? Does anybody know what happened November 8th, 2022, the last blood moon that we had? Pop quiz. That's right, FTX. Jacob, you're the winner of the Pat on the Back award. FTX went to 0. So, I expect lots of volatility the next few days. I'm not going to be trading. Listen, hear me. Lots of volatility the next few days. I'm not going to be trading at all for about the next 6 days. And then that's when I'm going to start trading again. But right now I'll be looking for accumulation spot buys for the next 6 days. Let me make sure that this isn't demonetization music here, because this sounds... I don't know what's going on here. What is up with my... There we go. All right. So, when is it time to leverage trade until when it's going to stay volatile? 6 days. So the 13th is the blood moon. About 3 days after that, that's when I think things are going to kind of cool off and we're going to get our clear direction. That's what I think. So the 16th is the actual date. Good evening. Damn, you're going to have to shave your beard. If I have to shave my beard, I will shave it. I'll do it live. The bet is 70,000 before 118,000, and I will shave my beard. That was the bet, and I will pay my debts. If I was wrong, I'll man up, admit that I was wrong. I already did that. I already made a video saying that I was wrong. Because I thought that we would have a full-on alt season before... I thought we'd have a full-on alt season before we got to February. And I thought that Bitcoin would be 118,000. I was wrong. All right, so let's talk about where... So one thing we have is the blood moon. That's obviously a lot of energy to be mindful of. And obviously that, you would kind of expect this type of thing, okay? Now, number 2. And here's what I'm going to throw out there. Okay, so this right here. So what happened 10 days ago is we got to $78,000. Okay, so if this was the selling climax, right? What we would actually anticipate is kind of a move like this. Maybe even the rules of Wyckoff say the secondary test goes lower than the selling climax, right? And then you might even get a spring that goes even lower. If that's going to happen, I think it's going to be the next 6 days. Okay. However, I think what's happened here is clearly this was insider trading, right? Not even market manipulation, like just straight up insider trading, right? A lot of people were saying that it was Eric who put in the 50x long hours before Trump announced the crypto strategic reserve. And then hours before Trump announces that the tariffs are going through, the same individual puts in a 50x short. Okay. So this is clear to me, insider trading, right? I'm not calling it market manipulation. I'm saying straight up insider trading, right? And I think that if you were to just look at the rules of Wyckoff, we wouldn't have expected this move right in here to happen. So if you cancel this out, this volatility all the way back up to 95,000, back to 81,000 in the matter of 2 days, I think that right there really exhausted a lot of people emotionally. Like, that's a crazy roller coaster ride to have a lot of hope and then the rug pulled out from under you, and then really you're right back to where you started. And this is like even more despair, even though we're basically just filling out the wick. So that's where I'm leaning towards. We have the blood moon in 3 days. And then basically we're just filling out the wick here. I don't love that we're below the 200 moving average. I want to see us get above this in the next 6 days. I want to see that. That's a hard line in the sand for me. Now, where I'm very encouraged too is when we go on the 2 week moving average, or not the 2 week, excuse me, the 2 week chart, Bitcoin 2 week chart. What you'll see is we're on top of the 200 exponential moving average. And this is typically, you'll see this. This is often a huge line of support. Rarely do you just get through it the first time. Even back in 2021, this was the proper buying climax. You had your automatic reaction, went to the 20 moving average on the 2 week before going up higher. and then finally rolling over. But even then, look what you see. Even when you went below it, went to the 50, what happened? We tested it and got rejected. So when we see this move right here, like we firmly cross below it, touch the 200, and then come back up, touch it like this, and then roll back over, that's good night, Charlene. Okay? But that's not where we're at right now. If anything, we're closer to this right here, or we're closer to this right here. Okay? You could even call it like this too. But in the C19 crash though too, look, I want to point this out. We got below this, right? But when we moved above it, we got on top of it and back tested it. Okay, so what I do not want to see, let me be very clear and draw the hard line in the sand. This is a hard line that will not be like moving, okay? What I don't want to see is breaking below this. If it does, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. Coming back up, touching it, and then rolling back over again. That would signal a proper bear market. We're not there yet. We're not even close to it yet, in my opinion. And it's okay to even get below it, but what you want to see is breaking back above it and then back testing it as support, not as resistance like we did in the C19 crash. If there's going to be a crazy... By the way, it's the anniversary of that today. Today, March 10th, 2020. Happy C19 anniversary, everyone. But yeah, this was a case where it broke below it. But look, when it sprung above it, it back tested it as support. It never went back below it again until 2021. What's wrong? Bitcoin Maxi's crying. I'm not a Bitcoin Maxi. I'm not even close to a Bitcoin Maxi. I'm not even close to a Bitcoin Maxi. Bears are screaming from the mountaintops. That's right. What's up, fam? Good evening. Damn, you're going to have to shave your beard. Is Solnick going to move more down? We don't need to. We don't need to. We have one of the biggest partnerships possible. So, no, I saw your video and I commented. I commend you for it. I'm talking about all these influencers that was riding Trump's and voting for him, thinking that he was going to move the market in a positive way. I still think that there's a chance that it's net positive. I'm not political. Like, I don't care. I'm in the mindset, and I've been very clear on this. If you think a politician is your enemy to where you can't succeed, or is your friend to where they're going to save you, I think you've lost either way. I don't live in that world. I hope so. I need a DCA. What does it mean for the future of it this time actually is different? Well, okay, let's talk about that. I hate the insider trading when Pelosi does it. Hate it when Trump does it. Ski, we need the power of camping. I got you guys. Don't worry. Look at Elon SNL right now. It might happen. Beard are cool. They grow back. No worries. That's right. XRP, $5 is my target. Ski, we aren't going no steak dinner now. Damn, bro. It's like that, bro. Every time Bears screams, I buy more. Like a lot more. Yeah, the Bears are screaming right now. Is that our signal for 2025? Is what our signal? What date range for the C19 to the back test? It was 30 days. We're cooked. Currently, we're going no steak dinner now. Damn, bro. Come on. Ski, you just better hold up your... I'll hold it up. BlackRock owns crypto. Yeah, like who are you selling your crypto to? Sup. My indicator to short crypto is TikTok. That's a good indicator. Always short Bitcoin when you see influencers hyping it. Yeah, generally that's you're going to be in a good spot like that. I think bearish till May, then bullish over the summer. What's happening? Are those hacking ashash candles? Yes. Calvin said something about the yellow line has to cross the white line EMA something. That's right. Yeah, that would put us. This is full bullish posture still. Did it go lower? The hips don't lie. Shakira. My top value plays right now: Solnic, HNT, Rose, ICP, Shiba, Dent, VeChain, Naka, IOTA, Flux, Theta, Krill, Suki, Raven, Dynex, Dot, LCX, Sauce, Hehe, Crow, Phantom, News, 1, XYO, ADA. Will alts pump again? Yes. Nothing goes down in a straight line forever. That's not real. Remember 2021 in March 9th, 10th? That's right. Bare naked crypto is streaking down the streets. What about the children? Think of the children. Yelling, we're going to zero.
I warned you guys. I warned you at $3,000 that we were going to zero. And when we went to 20,000, I said we're going to zero. And when we went to 30,000, I said we're going lower. And when we went to 50,000, I kept saying that we're going lower. And when we went to 90,000, I just said we're going lower. And when we went to 109,000, I said I called the chop and nailed it.
Also, tax laws, harvesting implication. Yeah. Crypto will be half by the end of the summer, maybe 58K. But if you're saying by summer, listen, I'll buy that for $1. I'll buy that for $1. I don't think that's an egregious prediction. So what do you think Bitcoin's next move? I still think bare minimum. This is the next move for me for Bitcoin. Bare minimum. If the bears are right, we're cooked. Guess what the next move is? $97,000. That's the next move. If the bears are wrong, the next move is $97,000. Probably back test 87 before going to 118. Why have we been dumping on bullish news, Max Payne? That's how it goes. Is VeChain attractive where it's currently at? Yes, VeChain is one of my top value plays right now. New generation not investing in the stock market, especially not the bond market. I don't know a single person my age or younger. I don't know a single person 5 years older than me or anybody my age or younger that has bought one single bond. Not a one. Not one single bond has one single person my age that I'm aware of bought. What if Bitcoin drops below 70K? Then what? All right, let's talk about let's fuel your guys' anxiety, shall we? Let's live in the crazy land. So if Bitcoin goes below $70,000 before 118,000, the first thing that's going to happen is I'm going to shave my beard. Because that was the bet, and a Lannister pays his debts. That's number one. It will drop. I agree, it will. The question is when. But if it goes before 118,000, I will shave my beard. And that would mean that it really is different time this time. That would mean it really is different this time. And you know what that means if it's really different this time? That means that this idea of pack it up, boys, see you in 2028 is crazy. Not real. So if this is the shortest bull market of all time, if this is the weakest bull market of all time, guess what? You don't have the steam to go crazy. Best case scenario, you're going to 50K. CSF, thank you for the $49.99 donation, you savage.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Bro, I appreciate you. He says, I appreciate you, Ski. I appreciate you. Thank you for your support. My God, bro. Damn. It will pull to 68 to lower. Best case for me as an accumulator, as a believer in Bitcoin. Best case for me as a believer, a long-term holder, a saver in Bitcoin. Best case, as in the very best price that I'm going to be able to get is 50K. But what that would mean is Alex is right. So if we're saying absolute worst case scenario, it's actually different. That means best case scenario or worst case, however you look at it, we're going to 50K. And 2025 is going to suck a little bit. It's going to be boring and choppy. And then Alex, and then by the end of it, /2026 is going to be mega bullish. Absolute worst case scenario, Alex is correct. That's it. That would mean it's absolutely, actually, factually different. And you know what that means? If it's actually factually different, that means it's really different, which means there is no more 4 years of... That's not even real anyways. This idea of just like, pack it up, boys, see ya in 4 years is wrong. There's life-changing money that happens in the middle of it. In fact, I would argue the most money is made in the middle of it. At what point will you sell your bags? I already sold 40% of my XRP. I publicly talked about this. I publicly talked about this when we were at 30 cents for XRP. XRP was my second largest holding. Okay? XRP was my second largest holding. When we were at 30 cents, I said that I would be taking 30% profit. I actually took 40%. But I said I would be taking 30% profit at $3.33. That's what I did. I took 40%. Do you still believe in AI coins? I never really have believed in AI coins. I've said this, that they will pump, but the narrative definitely outpaces the technology. The only ones I believe in is Flux and Dynex, but Dynex has been getting crushed. Flux hasn't been doing that much better. But I still believe in those coins. Ski, can you answer my question? What is your question? I don't see your question. Do you think the whole C19 anniversary news channels comparing the crash to C19 bull trap, it feels like they're getting the last hopes on being the crash out of the bounce? If you're saying, okay, so like, what are you saying? Let me... What do you... I still hold all my Bitcoin, other than what I took profit at, like, 48K. I still hold all of my XRP. I still hold most of everything. I've taken profits on some things. Like, I took profit on XYO when it did a 4X. I took profits on LCX when it did a 4X. I still hold 100% of my Solnic. Are you... Okay, so, Manit, are you saying that you're thinking that this is a fake C19 thing and we're going into the depths of despair? Is that what you're saying? How concerned are you that alts are making lower lows? It's not awesome. I'm not going to be like, oh, it's amazing. This is the best thing ever. No, it means that there's more work to do is what it means. Your XRP price target minimum $5 this year. Do you have a long-term price prediction and why? It's $5. $5 to $8 is my long-term price prediction for XRP. Maybe if we're lucky, it gets to $12. But I've never been in a la land, you know, crazy targets for XRP kind of guy. I just haven't been that way. So $5, $8, and $12 is where I'll be taking the rest of my XRP target profits. Thoughts on B3? How can BlackRock convince its clients to keep moving ETFs if Bitcoin keeps dropping? If anything, it's BlackRock the ones that's doing it. I don't think altcoins will be affected as people don't have big money in it like XRP, Bitcoin, and ETH. Yeah. Not everyone can have a seat on the rocket. I'll see you on the moon. I'll see you there. Yeah, I feel like the news outlets are comparing it to the C19 crash. Yeah, but no one's saying that we're going to like rocket out of here. Like, who's saying that? That's what I would say. Who's saying that? Who's saying that we're just rocketing out of here like we did in C19? I don't know anyone that's saying that. But even if you're correct, the minimum move is going to be a dead cat bounce to $97,000 for Bitcoin. At 50K, would you sell your farm and rebuy Bitcoin? No, because I view the farm and Bitcoin equally. I would not be selling my farm for anything. No. But I would like sell my truck. I would sell like all the rest of my possessions. $141 still here on stream. That's still bullish in my opinion. I've stepped up my content creating game, bro. Give me a little bit of credit. And people are freaking out. I think people want some reassurance. Are you accumulating at these levels? Yes, I am. The only thing that I'm not doing at these levels for the next 6 days is I'm not trading. I put that out like a few days ago because I knew that we're heading into the blood moon. And there's going to be a lot of volatility. Like I put that out on my, I said it on my lives. I said it in the Telegram that I'm not going to be trading for the next couple of weeks. And so the 16th is when I'm going to start looking for new entries on trading. But for right now, it's just spots for me. If Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway buys, it will go to the moon. Yes, 97 next. Whether it's bullish or bearish, 97 is next. Tim says, Jim Cramer just said people shouldn't worry about the markets being down. We're cooked. What are you buying? My top value plays. That's what I'm buying. It's not a good idea to be trading altcoins out for Bitcoin. Is it a good idea to be trading altcoins, my altcoins out for Bitcoin? I don't know about at these prices. It depends on what your altcoins are. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say a blanket statement for everything. I do think that there are some altcoins that are definitely worthy of trading out for. Specifically the ones that did a crazy 20 plus X. Specifically the ones that are highly inflationary. I would say yes. But the ones that are not, I would say no. What happened at the FTX moon exactly? Like, was it a reversing from the crash? No, there was no further crash. FTX was the absolute bottom. We did not go a second lower. And even the altcoins, the crazy thing is, like, the altcoins didn't even go lower. The altcoins, most of the altcoins bottomed when Luna went to zero, which also was a lunar eclipse. A full lunar eclipse was right here. Most of the altcoins bottomed here. Bitcoin went lower, but Bitcoin did never go a second lower than right here. Never. It did not go a second lower from the blood moon. So let's look at the total. What is this? The total. I think even the total bottomed. No. So the total went a little bit lower too. But so this is the total 3. Total 2. So this is everything except for Bitcoin. And what you'll see is that was the case. So this is Luna, June 22nd. Or the 18th, excuse me. The 18th of June, 2022. And then FTX was right in here. Oh, actually right here, November 8th. So yeah, they never went lower than this moment right here. I'll put a line so you can see. So June was actually the altcoin bottom, and then Bitcoin never went lower than the FTX collapse. And you can see if we zoom in, like here's the lunar eclipse of November 8th. It was higher. But Bitcoin never went a second lower than the lunar eclipse of the blood moon in 2022. Not a second. So right here it is, November 8th, 2022. It never went any lower. Not for a second. Best time to DCA. I agree. All the smart people are waiting on the sideline with cash. Well, you know what that means. That means there's only a certain point that we can drop. And if they're already waiting with cash, I would say that point is sooner than later. The sad music in the background. Is it sad? What are they waiting for? What do you think will happen, Young Ski? Is it over? I don't think it's over. I don't think it's over. Even if it is, the next move is $97,000. If it's bullish and we're going to higher highs, the next move is $97,000. If it's bearish and we're going to roll over, the next move is $97,000. Feels like we're going through a Cat 5 hurricane right now. It does. Everybody in my comments are saying that. They're always right. No DCA. The market's turning bearish already. Yeah, that's what everyone in my comments are saying. So they're always right. Are you bullish for May? I'm bullish for May. I think at a minimum, we're going to have a rally at least to the 618. At least to the 618 for Bitcoin, at least to the 618 for the altcoins. That's what I think. Says, I mean, if everyone and their grandmas are saying we're going to the pits of hell, come on. Let's think logically. Would they give people a free falling short to hell? No, it's not going to go down in a straight line. That's not real. Bull run postponed to 2026. Let's get through May, and I'll tell you. As of right now, I don't think so. Wait, what about ETH? I don't love that ETH broke through that. That's not awesome for ETH. I'm not going to be like, oh, this is amazing news for Ethereum. No. That means Ethereum's got way more work to do. And I've been saying for a while that this is Ethereum's last hurrah as number 2. Like, my God, it might be the last hurrah now. I'm not going to be like, oh, Ethereum is dead. But my God, I don't love that it broke through all of this support. That's not great. I mean, there's a ton of support over here, but still not amazing stuff. This is just a full retrace, though. Again, same thing with Ethereum. Even if this is it, it's going to get to the 618. The 0.5 to the 702, 3,300. Yeah, no, March is one of the worst months, for sure. What's the 618? 3,300. Is the bull market over? I don't think so. XRP, $5. What's number 2? Say it loud. Ah, number 2. It's got to be XRP. I'm not a huge fan of Ondo. Ondo is a highly inflationary coin that was like an influencer coin. I never was a part of it, but it did a huge return. I'm not a huge fan of Ondo. I never really was. Extreme fear right now. I agree. What is the fear and greed right now? Does anybody know? What is it? Who wants to guess? All the ISO coins holding up. It's like 17. My God. 15. Holy. This is. Oh my God. Holy shit. This is lower than when FTX went to 0. Wow. Yeah. When others are fearful. When others are fearful. Yes, Crypto Poppy. Yes, it is. It literally is. "55% of my holdings are ETH. Do you recommend I split half of it?" I would wait for a retrace. I'm halfway joking. I do believe that this is the last bull run for Ethereum, being number 2. I don't think it's going to die and like not. Let me be serious for a second, okay? Because I'm trying to be lighthearted and joke around. And I understand people have real money. So let me be serious for a second here. And let me give you my actual thoughts on Ethereum. And let me also tell you my personal bias, because I'm very biased against Ethereum. Okay, so let me put that out there for you too, so you understand where this information is coming from. It's someone who is biased against Ethereum. Okay, so I am biased against Ethereum, and I was kind of jokingly serious. But let me be serious, okay? So here we go. So my personal bias is I am a miner, okay, and I was mining Ethereum heavily. And you could not tell me nothing. I did not feel the bear market for a second until Ethereum switched to proof of stake. That was when I first felt the bear market. I did not feel it before then because I was still extremely profitable. And I don't like how Vitalik treated the miners. And I don't like how Ethereum Classic, like the old ETHgate, I don't like any of that stuff. So that's my personal bias against Ethereum. Okay. Now, I've said many times that I think that this bull market is the last hurrah for Ethereum, as in number 2. That doesn't mean that I don't think it's going to make new all-time highs. That doesn't mean I think it's not going to grow. But what that means to me is I think that there's a lot of different coins, any coin, XRP, Solana, XLM. There's a lot of coins, in my opinion, that have better technology, that are faster, that are cheaper. But I still think that Ethereum is going to make new all-time highs this bull market. But if you wanted to diversify out of Ethereum, at a minimum, I would wait until the retracement, which is going to be 3,300. That's when I would start to do it. I definitely wouldn't do it right now. No. All right, so I was like joking. I'm serious that I do think that this bull market is the last hurrah. As in, I think that something will overtake it in the future. But yeah, that's my serious thoughts plus the bias. So I'm trying to be transparent about my biases so that you know where the information is coming from. Thank you for always being consistent. Does that mean that Jesus doesn't love us? Jesus loves you. 15. That's got to be an all-time low. Shee! Ski, would you be DCing heavily? Listen, if you got it, hey, as they say in the army, if smoke them if you got them. If you got dry powder, now or never, shit or get off the pot. Nut up or shut up. Why don't you work? Because I'm financially free. Because I've been playing this game for a decade. That's why. Because I just bought a farm with my XRP profits. That's why. I'm trying to get like that. Well, stop drinking the haterade, bro. %70 of my holdings are ETH, but my average is 900. So I think you're good, bro. I think you're good. And listen. Let me be clear about Ethereum. Ethereum's gonna be fine this bull market. Okay. As much as I don't like Vitalik, as much as I don't like Ethereum Classic, and that whole debacle, all of that stuff, Ethereum's going to be fine. Okay? Minimum, it's getting to 3,300. All probability, it's getting to 7,000. AI coins are dead. Are we cooked? We're not cooked, bro. Can you look at Rose? We're all right. Listen, we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. We've been through worse. And I talked about this too. I talked about this. Like, if you take out the insider trading incident, which that's what it was in hindsight, 50x long hours before Trump announces the crypto strategic reserve, and then 50x short hours before Trump announces the tariffs are back in town. That's insider trading. Like, there's no other way of saying it. If you take out that crazy move, though, like, did Trump even tweet that stuff for real? You know what I mean? Like, when he was at the summit and he, like, signed this thing into law, he was, like, asking the guy. He's like, and you're sure about this? This is good, right? This is what we promised? Like, he was asking him. Anyways, I say all that to say, if you take out that move from $78,000 back up to $94,000, back to 81 again, if you take out that insider trading move, what would really be happening is we would just be ranging at the same price we were 10 days ago. And it wouldn't feel awesome, but it wouldn't feel as bad as it does. It feels way worse than it actually is. I don't love that Rose is making a new low right now, or touching the all-time low. That's not amazing. We're still waiting for it to break this downtrend. It still hasn't quite done it yet. But Rose is one of my highest convictions. Feels like we hit 77K. Does it though? Because we did that 10 days ago. You know what I mean? Like, we did that basically the same price 10 days ago, but it feels way worse. Why does it feel way worse? Flux is still a good move. Flux chart's looking bad. Flux is still my top AI. DCA. That's your de-risking. A 70 billion unburning of the burn they did 4 years ago. Yeah, that's not amazing. GRT thought. GRT is highly inflationary. I'm not a fan of that. Oasis Network, Joss, yes. Solnick taking a hit, release the weapon. The whole market's taking a hit. Need Patreon video ASAP. Nick, I will have one tomorrow. My wife's boyfriend said we're cooked, so I bought more. LRC every month for the next 5 years. If you don't DCA, you'll just wait a little longer for profits. Is Duck dead? I don't know that it ever was alive. You think Doge is a good buy? Doge, I've said this. Doge is the Bitcoin of memes. I don't think it's a terrible buy. What is Doge? I haven't looked at their chart in a minute. I don't think Doge is going anywhere. Man. It's still in a perpetual downtrend. Like, you would want to wait for this to break, but this is a good... I might add Doge to the top value plays, to be honest with you. This is below the 236. You want to see, like, before you strike... Okay, let me show you the example of last time. So you're just in this, like, perpetual downtrend, right? I'm just giving you the most recent example. Really, what you want to wait for is when you start chopping out of this and then making higher highs and higher lows. That's really where it's at. So you're still kind of in the skidding phase with Doge, but this is at below the 236, which I think is a really good value. That's the best value. Doge will hit $1. I think so. My wife's boyfriend said he's engaged. Damn it! Even so, Roman, it's going to retrace. What is the retracement for Doge? I mean, it already hit the retracement, actually. Maybe 35 cents would be the retracement. Flux, $5. Your brother's... Oh, no. Solnic Outlook. I have never been more bullish on Solnic. Solnic is my number one 100x play. We just secured one of the biggest partners that you possibly can have. So we have a documentary coming out. We're working on the DeFi. We're working on staking. We're working on yield farming. All of these things. We're working on our own stable coin. So big things. It's no longer a meme. It's DeFi. Homie G, what levels are you watching for to DCA into alts? Right now. Right meow, Matt. I'm not waiting. That's the whole point of DCAing. When's the partner going to be revealed? Soon. Soon. Bitcoin dominance thoughts. ICP, $38 minimum. What is Bitcoin dominance? What is this music right now? What have you guys done to me? It's a little too hype. Little too hype. Okay. Bitcoin dominance thoughts. 61.19. Listen, here's my thoughts. It's still ranging at the top of the range at the 702. Here's what... This is the point that I want to make. You don't end a bull market with Bitcoin dominance at the macro 702. This is one of the main things that I'm holding on to. This isn't how a bull market ends. And it's not like we never had a fall off. Like, we've been in a straight line since 2022. This isn't how the bull market ends. It's not. So this is one of the last things that I'm holding on to. That Bitcoin dominance is seemingly working on distribution right now. So I think that this is your buying climax, your automatic reaction, your upthrust. And what we want to see is a rollover coming back up, getting rejected off of this support here, off of this, what would be resistance. So breaking through this, coming back up, rejection off of resistance at 60%, and then rolling over. That's how the bull market ends. With Bitcoin dominance falling off a cliff, with maximum euphoria. We don't have maximum euphoria, and Bitcoin dominance is at the 702. That's not how it goes. 100, yeah, ICP 100 is my macro bull target. My bear target is $38. Who will buy? Not newbies or vets. No, not newbies is correct. You said the first one was correct. The second part is not true. The answer is the apex predators are buying. Retail newbies are not going to be buying until all-time highs. In fact, sentiment will not be changing until Bitcoin makes a new all-time high, period. She says, this is going to be looked at as the best opportunity we've ever had. I would have to agree. Literally, like fear and greed. At 15. This is like full, like dark red at this point. I've never seen it like this, ever. Should I hold my Ethereum? I think you should be looking to de-risk on retracements. That's what I think. But right now, no, I don't think selling at 15 on fear and greed is a wise thing to do. Will Solnic be available on Coinbase, or when do you have to be? In order to be available on Coinbase, you have to have a $250 million market cap. So eventually, I think Solnic will be on Coinbase someday, but we need to be above $250 million market cap. L, what do you think about Ethereum long term? I'm not a fan of Ethereum long term. I've said this 100 times. This is the last hurrah for Ethereum. Now, I do think Ethereum minimum retraces, but on all probability gets to price discovery, which is $7,000. But in my opinion, this is the last time that Ethereum will be number 2, as in the next 2-3 years. Where can I buy Solnic? You can buy it on Phantom Wallet, Soulflare Wallet. Those are the easiest one. Are we in a bear market? Listen, you do not start a bear market being at 15 on the fear and greed. You do not start a bear market. Maximum fear, no euphoria, and the 702 Bitcoin dominance. The bear market starts with this falling off a cliff. Like big time. Like this has been in a straight line up for the last 2 years. This is Bitcoin dominance, which measures the percentage of that is invested into Bitcoin. The bear market starts with this falling off a cliff. That's how the bear market starts. So no. Sell once greed is 82 plus. Yes. What will be number 2? Solana or XRP are my 2 picks. We are in a manipulated market. 100%. Are there any more dumps? I don't know. I don't think so. Thoughts on Casper? No, I was never, JR, I promise you, you can look at my videos. I was never a fan of Casper. There's way too much inflation. There was way too much hype on it. I was never, not one time. The first time I ever saw the chart, I was not a fan of it. And that's from 2023. The first time I ever heard about Casper, the red one, was early 2023. The first time I ever saw the chart, I was like, no, thank you. That's my honest opinion. Are we cooked? No, we're fine. Thoughts on DOT? DOT's one of my top value plays for me right now. Are we going up from here? Worst case scenario, we're going to 97K. Period. Dead cat bounce. Render $20. How low can XRP go? How low can you go? How low can you go? It depends if it keeps following this fractal or not. So the 200 is right here at 185. I don't anticipate that to get broken. What is the... If it keeps following this fractal, we would anticipate it to go to 130, but the 200 generally is a support. I will buy Solnic tomorrow. What is my limit order? 5K. 88 next resistance and support. What about Caspa, the green? Caspa, the green, I think is at the bottom too. I think Caspa, the green is okay. That was, man, I got to be honest. I talked about this yesterday. I had the target. Caspa was one that I definitely fumbled on for sure. Twice. So I was aware of Caspa because I'm a miner, right? I have one of the biggest mining operations, or I did, in my city. I was aware of Caspa like over here. Like in 2022, I was aware of Caspa. Like week number 2, I was aware of Caspa because it was one of the most profitable coins to mine. And I faded it. I said, nah, I'm okay. And then it proceeded to do a 20x when everything else was absolutely dead. More than that, 16,000% to the upside. But then here's where I fumbled again is November of 2023. I said that I thought that this was the top for Caspa. And I thought that we would go back to because, and the reason that I thought this, because you can still see it here, I didn't put this here, was this huge gap right in here. There was a huge gap of no trading, and I thought that we would go all the way down to 7.5 cents as low as 5.5 cents. Now, hindsight, this is textbook distribution. Absolute literal textbook distribution. And I'll show you what I mean by that. But I did not think that it would do a textbook distribution because you typically see textbook distribution from more institutionalized coins rather than retail-led coins. So long term, this is a great thing for Caspa. I got to be honest, because that shows like a healthy distribution. And this is what it got. You have your buying climax, your automatic reaction. Your up thrust goes higher than the buying climax. The buying climax is the top, even though the up thrust goes higher. And then you have a UTAD, which goes even higher than the up thrust. Okay, so when we look at Caspa, that's exactly what we got. Okay, like literal textbook distribution. Okay, and then it hit my target. So the mistake that I made was I called out this target over here. I said, this is the top. This was technically the buying climax. This is your up thrust, and then this is your UTAD. And then it went to my target, 5.5 cents. So this was my macro best case scenario target. We're here. I don't think it's going any lower than that. This is what I think is going to happen for Caspa. A little bit of chop, sign of strength to the 236, which is about 10 cents, back testing 8 cents, and then going off to the markup. And Wyckoff, the markup is what we call the bull market. But this is what accumulation. So Caspa's somewhere in here right now. It's on the markdown, selling climax. We're going to look for the automatic rally. We're going to look for the secondary test and the accumulation, sign of strength, back test, and then phase E. That's where your money's going to be made. Minimum 14 cents. That's the retracement. Parabolic is 46 cents. 7K price discovery for Ethereum. Yes, that's right. Is accumulation just distribution inverted? Correct. That is correct. See, now you're thinking. All the market, listen, I'm going to oversimplify this for you guys. All the market is just balance. It's constantly trying to find balance. And so if you take this, here's like the oversimplification of what Wyckoff is. I'm going to show it to you. It's right here. Accumulation, markup, distribution, markdown. That's it. And the markets do this over and over and over again. But what does this look like if you turn it sideways? It's yin yang. It's just finding balance. That's it. It's finding spots where it's oversold, finding spots where it's overbought. And then what you want to do is you want to ride up the parts where it's oversold and ride down the parts or short or de-risk, whatever, the parts that are overbought. And it just does this over and over and over again on every single chart, on every time frame. We must be off balance right now, I guess. We are. That's right. What do you think we need to turn things around? Accumulation. How early can distribution be noticed in the charts? I think you can notice it on the buying climax. Like, so I thought, so proper textbook, and I'll show you Bitcoin too for Caspa. Right here, you could go back and look at my videos. I thought this was the top, but this is technically the buying climax. This is your up thrust right here. And then this is your UTAD, which is the reverse of a spring. Okay. I thought that this was the top. Like, here's the thing about the buying climax. Even though the UT and the UTAD goes higher, the buying climax technically is the top. And what we'll see too, like, look at the RSI. That's when it was the hottest. Look how hot this was. This was at 95 on the daily RSI. The UT went higher but the RSI was lower. Then the UTAD went higher, but the RSI was lower again. This was clear distribution in hindsight. But I didn't think we would get a healthy one like this. Usually you get a healthy accumulation, but you don't generally get a healthy distribution on new coins. Generally what you get is like a pin top. That's more common in crypto. But generally you get a very healthy accumulation, and I'll show you some accumulations. Like there's lots of coins that are still accumulating, like VeChain. Perfect example. This is just accumulation. That's all this is. This is the reverse. Something went wrong. Am I live on YouTube? Are we live on YouTube? So here you go. Here's the reverse of distribution, which is accumulation. That's what most of the market still looks like. Right? Solnick or Sol? Definitely Solnick. Do you think we bottomed here? It's greed being at, fear being at 15. I think that there's a strong chance. So VeChain will go back up soon. Yes. And it's on a critical level of support. I think VeChain minimum gets to 14 cents minimum. Says, no, we did not bottom. Okay. 6 months from now, even if you're right, let's say Bitcoin goes to 70. I don't think that that's happening, but let's say for funsies, it goes to 70. Like, is it going to matter when it goes to 200? Like, damn it, 77 wasn't a buy, but 73 was. No. 29.6, that's not mathematically. The likelihood of that, structurally, technically, mathematically, there's so much that has to happen. That's like me saying that Bitcoin's going to 10 million. I'm beardless if it hits 70. That's right. Make sure you guys drop a follow. Do you think BlackRock really ruined the bull run? They definitely made it more elusive. Right? So what does the market do? It makes it as painful as possible. That's a fact. Why are your targets VeChain lower than ICP? What do you mean? Why so bullish on VeChain? Tokenomics plus chart. That's where all of my targets come from. What do you think Ethereum will bottom at? Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't love that it broke 2,000. That's not amazing. What about you think about ADA? ADA is one of my top value plays. I like ADA. $6 to $8. Ski, you're getting nervous about your beard bet. I'm not getting nervous about the beard bet. Like, here's how I feel about it. I made the bet that Bitcoin would not reach 70K before it reached 118, as in I believe both will be reached, but 118 is first. I made the bet. If I have to pay my bets, it just is what it is. I'll just do it. I'll just take it like a man. But I don't think it's going to happen. It says, what up, Ski? Your boy got diamond hands. Let's go. My 10K is gone to like 2K. What do you see LCX the future? $1 to $2. I like LCX a lot right here. I like LCX a lot right here. Can you do the Solana chart? What is this music right now, guys? What'd you put on my Spotify? Harrison says, got 60K in USDT. Thoughts on what to do with it right now? Sit on hands or get back into the market? Listen, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you what to do. Okay, there's my legal disclaimer. However, we're at 15 on the fear and greed. If not now, then when? If not now, then when? As they say in the army, smoke them if you got them. If you got dry powder, I would be deploying the dry powder right now. 15. Like, it doesn't go negative. You guys know that, right? It doesn't go negative 12. I've never seen it this low. This is lower than when FTX went to zero, the absolute bottom. So what you could do, though, to like preserve yourself would be to, if you got 60K, you could do 6K, 6K, 6K every week. You could do it like that. That's probably what I would do. Or 3K even. 3K, 3K, 3K. That's how I would do it. Can you give me your top 3 to invest in now? I'm down 15K and need to invest more. My top 3. I'll give you my top low market, my top medium, and my top blue chip. Top low market. Solnick. That is my number 1 100x play. My top medium cap. Damn. Either Flux or XYO. Top blue chip is VeChain. Have you ever seen the market like this? Yeah. I mean, it was way worse when FTX went to zero. I've definitely seen worse. I just, personally, Danny, I got to be honest with you, and I talked about this at the beginning of the live stream. I think, realistically, we're filling out the wick right here. And I think it feels way worse than it does, actually. Actually, right now, from this low over here, here's the factual, if we take emotions out of it. Okay? This low right here, we are now 2% lower. Not even lower now, but that's how low we went, was 2% lower. 2% is nothing. But the reason it feels so much worse than it is, in my opinion, is because there was literal insider trading. Someone went 50x long hours before Trump announced the crypto strategic reserve, and then 50x short hours before he announces the tariffs. That's insider trading. And I think a lot of people, myself included, got their hopes up with this strategic reserve, and then the rug was pulled out, even though we're only 2% lower than what we were 10 days ago. Just the emotional roller coaster that took us on feels so much worse than it actually is. VeChain conservative bull. What did I say? 15 cents? VeChain and ADA for ROI. They're very similar. I like both of them. I'm into investing if everyone's looking. Oh boy. Someone block her. Please do the ADA chart. I like the ADA chart. Let's pull the ADA chart up. ADA has the same chart as VeChain. Oh, this is the wrong chart. My bad. I was like, this doesn't look like ADA at all. Where can I buy Dynex? I think you can buy it on BitUnex, which I have a link in my description for that. Yeah, ADA's chart honestly looks stronger than most charts right now because ADA had this macro accumulation, your sign of strength, back test, reaccumulate, crash, reaccumulate, make a leg higher, back test the prior range again, and then you're on top of the 200 moving average here. ADA has a really good looking chart, and it's below the 236. What are your thoughts on a crypto reverse? My bull case for VeChain is 60 cents. ETH equals ED. 10 to 20 cents for XYO. XRP or Solnic? Solnic. How about Link? I like Link here. 78 to 80. 178 is my target. Ray, thanks for the roses, bro. I appreciate you. You savage.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
When alt season? I think we're going to have some sort of alt season, whether it be a retracement or the real deal thing between now and May. Is the bottom in? I find it hard to believe that it's not when the fear and greed is at 15 and Bitcoin dominance is at 61% trading at the macro 702. If it's not, it's just 1,000 new employees. Okay, was it 1,000? Maybe I'm misspeaking. Either way, that's not like we're cooked activities. That's not we're headed into a recession activities. Are you planning on taking profits on your Bitcoin in May to buy more over the summer? Probably not, to be honest, because I view Bitcoin different than the rest of the coins. I just view Bitcoin as I'm saving my wealth. That's how I personally view Bitcoin. I view Bitcoin very differently than the rest of the altcoins. I'm not a maxi, but I am a mostly. Bitcoin is my largest holdings. And I just save my wealth in Bitcoin. I've been doing that for years and years. But the altcoins, there are definitely going to be some things that I'm going to be looking to be de-risking on. Yes. All right, guys. I'll be live tomorrow. It's been real. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow me on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. I will never message you. I'll never message you first. Those are scammers. I promise you. I don't have nothing to sell you. I don't have nothing to sell you. Okay? I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Listen, I'm going to leave you with this. Bear markets do not start with Bitcoin dominance being at their macro 702 retracement. That's not how they start. They start with that falling off a cliff. We haven't got that yet. Bear markets do not start with maximum fear. We're at 15, lower than the FTX collapse, which was the actual bottom. They don't start like that. They don't start with no euphoria. They don't start with zero alt season. So if you're down, check your tokenomics. Make sure the tokenomics are good. If they're good, DCA. If you got it, if you got dry powder, like they say in the Army, if you got them, smoke them. If not, the second best thing to do is nothing. Okay? The worst thing to do is sell because you are scared. It's time to shit or get off the pot. It's time to nut up or shut up. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this time.